Isn't it a coincidence that the film is coming out in an election year?
It is. It's a happy situation of all the planets aligning. Josh has been working on the film in a way all his life, and in earnest for the last 10 years. So if things had gone differently, he might have made this film 3 years ago. And I don't think people would be ready to receive the message then. Now, though, there's this convergence of things like, now we're well into the Iraqi war, and people tend to think that perhaps it wasn't about finding weapons of mass destruction. Now, after all this time, people are starting to come around to maybe it wasn't about that. And global climate change now is something that 3 years ago was not top of mind, and maybe thanks to Al Gore and his film, people sort of now accept that that's a possibility. But even those two things, if you don't have a relative serving over in Iraq or a friend, it's something that's happening on TV. It's not affecting your life. And global climate change, you see a picture of a polar bear on an ice cap, and then you go out and you hop in your car and you don't worry about the polar bear too much. It's not part of your life. But then when you go and you gas up your car and you see it's $87 to refill your tank, that's when people sort of start paying attention. And it's really just a coincidence that it is an election year, but a really fortuitous coincidence, because we see this as the beginning of a campaign to make energy independence a crucial part of the next election. And you have to ask yourself now, what are their policies? What's their plan? I haven't heard anything from anybody specifically about how we're going to wean ourselves off our dependence on foreign oil. So hopefully, when there's a groundswell of reaction to this film, that it'll become part of the election.
All right, Johnny. Well, thanks for your time. We wish you tons of success with this movie. Fields of Fuel, Johnny O'Hara. Thank you.
Thanks, Gordon. Thanks a lot.